Hi there guys, welcome back to ESC Adam. I'm Becca and this is Adam.
Hiya.
And we're going to be chatting about Lithuania's entry for this year. That is TAVO AKYS by KATARSIS.
We certainly are. So you're going to hear Becca's thoughts first on this one, and then you're going to hear my thoughts. It's quite a different song out of a lot of the competition this year, so be sure you're going to hear our thoughts on it. So let's do it.
TAVO AKYS by KATARSIS for Lithuania this year is a really interesting one for me because when I first heard it, I was like, this is definitely going to fade into the background. I hate to say it, that's just how I kind of felt. And then as I've listened to it a few times, I'm sort of going, okay, like I kind of see why people are vibing with this. But it just feels like a real step back from last year for me. And if I'm completely honest, I think it might be at risk of not qualifying to the final. Yeah, it's just not really my kind of vibe in terms of the music, the way it's been performed. I think there's a real sense of energy there and presence from the band and the artist, the main vocalist, shall we say. But yeah, I don't know, it's not enough in my opinion.
This was not what I expected at all from Lithuania. TAVO AKYS by KATARSIS. Now, I watched the Lithuanian national final. I'm just going to say this right off the gate. Your national final does not need to be 4 hours long. This was overdone, overstretched out horrifically. So please chop it down for next year, okay? But this was one of my favourites. There was another song that I wanted to go through. It didn't quite happen, but this is what we got. And it's very standout in the sense that in terms of its style, I don't think we've got another song this year that is like this in terms of tone. We've got some other songs that lend more into like the alty rocky sound, but I think this really does stand out alone. And KATARSIS clearly have a big following in Lithuania, and I wonder how much this style is going to translate on the Eurovision stage. Some people might just view it as being like really down and depressing and not that, very interesting. I disagree. I think there's a lot that this song can offer and a lot it can put across. It certainly struck a chord with me watching it at the national final, and I only hope that gets pushed further by the time that we get to Basel. I think it will qualify. I'd be quite surprised if it didn't. There's been a lot of positive buzz around this song. You never know until the night, of course. I don't think this is going to win by any stretch, but I've seen a lot of people say that this is their dark horse of the year. It's not quite mine, but I do have a lot of love for it. I applaud Lithuania for going for something quite different than what they've had in the past few years, something that stands out in the competition as a whole. Trying to stand out amongst 37 songs, it's not easy. But I hope KATARSIS have a good time at the contest. I hope they qualify. I hope they do well. Whether or not they will, we'll have to wait and see.
And there we have it, guys. Those were our thoughts on Lithuania's entry for this year's Eurovision. Really interesting song. Like Adam said at the beginning, it's very, very different for Lithuania this year. So let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. We'd love to hear and just have a chat with you there about it. And of course, you can subscribe for more Eurovision related content. We would love to have you. And we are, of course, if you haven't heard already, trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before we go to Basel in Switzerland. At the time of recording, we are about halfway, a little bit over halfway. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed so far. It honestly means the world, and we would love to reach 1,000 by the time we go.
We certainly would, and I think we reckon we can get there. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. But until the next one, we'll see you next time.
Bye.